Look here, kid. It's a pretty rotten thing you did, losing your temper.
I know it. That's why I came back.
You've got to learn to control yourself. When it comes right down to it, though, I blame your Aunt Stella more than I blame you.
You don't know what you're saying. She didn't have anything to do with it.
Oh, Jerry, keep quiet. Go away, please. I don't want you here.
You stay exactly where you are, Jerry. And listen, Stella, if my nephew has the decency to come back here and say he's sorry, you at least have the decency to hear him out. I've stood as much insult to the members of my family as I'm going to stand.
But Jerry and I have nothing more to say to each other. He has nothing to do with what's happened between us. It's you and I who need to talk.
No, we don't. I told you I've had my say. I'm through until you come to your senses.
Gee, Uncle Vic, you can't do this to Aunt Stella.
That's all right, Jerry. Your aunt and I understand each other perfectly. Good night.
I'm going to get him back. He's crazy.
No, Jerry, let him go. You go, too. I want to be alone.
But you oughtn't to be alone now. The way they all walk out on you. And it's their fault, too.
Don't worry about it, Jerry. Just go home.
Oh, but gee, Stella, I can't leave you like this. I just want to do anything for you. I don't care what it is. I want to do something to take that look out of your eyes.
Then go home, Jerry. Go home and forget everything you've seen and heard tonight. I only wish I could forget it, too.
But you can't forget it. And I can't either. I love you, Stella.
Jerry, don't. Please don't. You see, I'm too tired to scold you the way I ought to.
We pause for station identification. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
KMX Los Angeles, the voice of Hollywood.
It's the following morning. With Vicky at his mother's house, Stella has had a chance to think things out for herself, and she's come to a decision. Vicky has called saying Mrs. Hallam has been taken ill, and Stella has gone to her mother-in-law's home. She's calm, almost too calm, as Vicky greets her at the door.
Hello, Stella. Come in. Guess I ought to say thanks for coming over.
Why? I'm doing this for myself, Vicky.
Oh, I kind of thought you were doing it for me.
No. I didn't want to hurt Mother, and if it'll make her feel any better for me to say so, it would be stupid to stay away.
Well, that's talking.
May I go up to her now?
Walter and Grace are with her. Say, do you know you haven't said good morning to me yet?
Haven't I?
Well, look here, Stella. Are you still mad or what?
Why should I be mad? You act a certain way because you're you. I act a certain way because I'm me. And that's all there is to it.
All right, let's forget it. You did wrong last night, but you can't do any more than say you're sorry. I did wrong maybe by leaving you alone, and I'm sorry. It was what you needed, though, young lady. Come on now, wasn't it?
No, Vicky, it wasn't.
Did you get the woozies being by yourself? I couldn't sleep a wink.
I wasn't by myself very long.
Huh?
Jerry didn't leave until almost 3.
Oh, Jerry. What did he do, talk your ear off? You should have pitched him out. You're too soft with him, Stell.
I wasn't soft with him, Vicky.
Did you talk some sense into him?
I hope so.
Good. Now let's kiss and make up, huh?
I wish it were as simple as that, but it isn't. There's no use in our kissing and making up. It'll only be the same thing over again.
What do you want me to do, bring a pound of candy and a bunch of roses home tonight?
I won't be there, Vicky.
Well, where do you think you're going?
I don't know yet.
Listen, are you after a separation or something?
Nothing quite as spectacular as that. At least not yet. I just want to be alone for a little while to think things through. Think things through, too, Vicky. It's high time.
Oh, listen, Stell, this is a lot of hysterical nonsense. You're not going.
I don't know what you're going to do about it, Vicky.
I'm going to do this about it. Oh, good Lord, Stella, limber up. Inside, I mean. I got a feeling I just can't get at you. Here I am all ready to take you in my arms, and I can't find you. That's the way I sort of feel.
And it's the loneliest feeling in the world, isn't it, Vicky?
Hello.
Oh.
Hello, Grace.
Sorry to interrupt the love scene, but Grandma knows you're here.
I'll go up then.
Tell her I'll be up to say goodbye, Stell.
Everything hunky-dory?
Huh?
I said everything hunky-dory between the lovebirds.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure.
Who's that coming down the areaway?
Oh, it looks like Etta.
Paul, too. My Lord, Grandma bats an eyelash and the whole gang comes trooping in. I'll go. Hello.
Is Jerry here?
Is he here, Vicky? Is he here?
No, what's the matter?
He didn't come home all night.
Didn't come home. Well, that's funny.
We came over to find out if he left your place with the others.
No, he didn't.
Oh, Paul, I know something's happened to him.
Oh, nonsense. He probably went off in a bat somewhere.
Oh, no, not Jerry. Oh, God, don't let anything happen to him. He's all I've got.
Come on now, Etta, control yourself.
Well, I can't. He's in some hospital somewhere.
Oh, listen, Etta, you would have heard in case of accident.
Well, that's easy to say, but I'd be half out of my mind if I was Etta, especially the mood he was in last night. Lord knows what he's up to.
What mood?
Oh, the kid was upset. The family sort of got his goat, I guess.
Oh, I know it was that. I know he's not happy down there in that business. I've said it all along.
Nonsense. If the boy can't adjust himself, he'll have to learn to.
He's in love. That might explain a lot.
That's right. We were teasing him about it.
Etta, do you know anything about this?
Not a word.
Vicky, how do you know about it?
He told Stella.
Did he tell you who the girl is?
No, but Stella's funny that way. She wouldn't if the kid asked her not to.
Well, I'm going to get to the bottom of this if I have to.
Wait a minute. Here's a kid big as life. See him? He's coming down the areaway steps.
Thank God.
He'll give an accounting of himself, all right?
Now, Paul, please don't lose your temper with him. You don't know what's happened. Oh, Jerry, where have you been? How could you frighten me like this?
I'll attend to this. Well, young man, suppose you explain yourself. Since when do you take to staying out all night?
I'm not a child. Leave me alone. I came over here to tell you I was home. If you're going to start hounding me, I'll leave.
I'm asking you where you spent the night, and I want the truth. Do you understand?
Walking. Most of it.
Most of it. And where'd you spend the rest of it?
Well, what's it to you?
Oh, look here, Jerry. Come out with it. You don't need to be ashamed.
Leave me alone.
There's a woman in this, isn't there?
What do you mean?
Who is she?
Oh, leave me alone. Why can't you?
Oh, Jerry, don't act this way. If you're in love with a girl, that's all right. Papa's not angry at that part of it.
Yes, I'm in love.
Jerry.
Well, I think that's fine, Jerry. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's swell.
Come on, boy. Who is she?
I can't tell you.
Is she someone you'd be ashamed to let your mother meet?
No, she isn't. She's the most wonderful person in the world.
Then why can't you bring her around? That's what I want to know. And I'll know it before I'm through with you.
Well, she's married.
Oh, Jerry.
Married?
Oh, so that's it.
Where did you pick her up?
In heaven, that's why.
Yes, we know all about that. One more question, and I want the truth out of you, or I'll...
Paul, let him alone, can't you?
Let him alone when he's mixed up with some tramp.
You use a word about her, and I'll kill you.
I'll call her by her right name, and that'll be a whole lot
lay off
worse.
him, Paul, will you, I tell you?
Let me manage this, Vicky, will you?
Well, this is no place for a scene with Mama sick upstairs. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, here comes Stella now. I bet anything Grandma wants to know what's doing.
Stella.
Jerry. Jerry, why do you look that way? What's the matter?
I'll tell you what's the matter. He's running around with a married woman. That's what's the matter. For all I know, she's trying to frame something on him.
Paul, she's not framing anything on him.
How much of this do you know?
Everything.
Come on, out with this, Stella. Tell us what you know.
No, Stella, don't. They wouldn't understand. Don't tell them.
I don't know whether you know it or not, but he didn't come home all night, this young fool.
I didn't know it.
What time did he leave your house?
I can tell you that. 3 o'clock.
Who told you, Uncle Vicky?
Stella?
What else did she tell you?
What else was it to tell me, Jerry?
Nothing.
All right, let's stop beating around the bush. I want to know where you went after you left Stella's. Who's the girl? And how long have you been carrying on with her?
Oh, come on, Stella. Let's get out of here.
Stay where you are, Jerry. There's no reason to run away.
I don't want to run away. I'd like to tell him. I'm proud of loving you, Stella. You get that, all of you? I'm proud of loving her.
What's this? Stella. Why, you...
Stop it. I've heard enough.
Vicky, you poor deluded fool. No wonder you've heard enough. So this is the sort of stuff she does behind your back.
Who says it's behind my back? What do you take me for? Don't you suppose I've known it all along? Didn't you hear me say I knew he'd been down at her apartment until 3 o'clock? Does that look like Stella was doing anything behind my back?
Well, what are you made of? Blood or water?
Common sense. What was the use of making a fuss about it? I knew the kid would get over it and Stella'd handle him. How could anybody take it seriously, a tempest in a teapot?
When did this begin with him?
I guess it began that night at the folks last week. We got home and Stella said, I think I made a hit with your nephew. We laughed ourselves sick over it.
Oh, Vicky.
Stella, you laughed.
Jerry, no.
What did you think we'd do, kid? Sit down and bust out crying over it?
You laughed.
Jerry, no, of course I
It's a
didn't.
lucky thing for you we did take it as a joke.
Why, the idea, big boy like you making such a spectacle of yourself. You go right over and say, I apologize, Aunt Stella.
I apologize, Aunt Stella.
No, Jerry, don't believe it. Come back.
Let him go.
But you can't let him go that way. He believed it. Oh, Vicky, you don't know what you're doing to him.
Now, listen, just calm down. I'm his father, and I'll take the responsibility.
That boy loves me. And if it's the last decent thing I do, I won't let you destroy something that's been beautiful to both of us.
To both of you, eh?
Pretty late to talk that way, Stella. After you've been making fun of him all along.
I haven't been making fun of him. Vicky lied when he told you that. He didn't know anything about Jerry and me until now.
I thought there was something phony. Vicky's been lying to save your face.
I'd rather think that, Paul, than anything else in the world. But it isn't so. Vicky lied to save the family. Oh, you made a gesture for me, Vicky, I admit it. But it wasn't good enough. Fear, that's all it was. You were afraid for them to know that I was the tramp they were talking about. So you made a joke of it and hid behind it like a coward. And you didn't care what they did to Jerry as long as you were safe.
That's a good story.
She's telling the truth. Don't you know it when you hear it? She's right. I didn't have the guts to face the truth before the family because for 7 years you've been waiting to say I told you so. Now go ahead and say it.
And you're going to let her get away with it?
No, I'm not going to let her get away with it because I don't have to. Stella, when you came in here this morning, you said you wanted to go away. Well, you listen to what I have to say first, and then if you want to go, I won't keep you. I'm not even going to ask you if there's anything between you and Jerry. I'm going to tell you there isn't. Do you understand that? There isn't. I know there isn't because I know it.
Oh, Vicky.